Part 1. 3,911 characters. Welcome to Shri Chakradhar Education. In this complete guide, you will learn exactly how to plan, build, and submit your IGNOU PGDET project, the course coded MESP-135. This is the Postgraduate Diploma in Educational Technology project, and it works differently from most IGNOU projects. Let us begin. First, the one thing that confuses PGDET students more than anything else. Many learners treat MESP-135 like a normal research dissertation, the same as MESP-105 in PGDHE, or MESP-001 in the MA Education. It is not the same. MESP-135 is built in a completely different way, and getting this wrong costs students months. So what is different? According to the official PGDET program guide, MESP-135 is an activity-based project. Instead of one long research topic, it asks you to carry out a set of practical activities that together cover all 4 theory courses. Your final report is then organized into 4 sections, one for each course. Keep that idea in mind because everything else follows from it. Let us start from the beginning and define exactly what MESP-135 is. MESP-135 is the project course of the IGNOU Postgraduate Diploma in Educational Technology, the program with the code PGDET. It is the 5th and final course, and it is compulsory. Its purpose is to let you put the theory from the first 4 courses into real practice, so you gain first-hand experience of technology-mediated teaching and learning. Without it, your PGDET is not complete. Here are the facts at a glance. MESP-135 carries 8 credits, making it the single largest course in the program. It belongs to the School of Education. It is activity-based, not a conventional thesis. It is assessed on a project report plus a Viva Voce, and you need at least a C grade to pass. There is no separate term-end exam for the project. Now let us place MESP-135 inside the whole program so you can see exactly where it sits. The PGDET is a 32-credit program. It has 4 theory courses of 6 credits each, that is 24 credits, and then the project of 8 credits. So the project alone is a quarter of your whole diploma. That is why it deserves real attention, not a last-minute rush. Here are the 5 courses. MES-131, Educational Technology, an Overview. MES-132, Computer and Education. MES-133, Selection and Integration of Technology in Educational Processes. And MES-134, Design, Development and Delivery of Courseware. The 5th course is MESP-135, the project, and it is designed so that all 4 of these theory courses are covered through your activities. A quick word about who is guiding you here. This is BK Sahni, founder of Shri Chakradhar Education and ignouproject.com, helping IGNOU students since 2010. Everything in this guide is drawn from the official PGDET program guide and current project rules, explained in simple steps. Always confirm the latest details on ignou.ac.in and in your own project guidelines. Here is our roadmap. We will bust the 6 myths that delay students, explain what activity-based really means, and show you the credit rule and the 4-section structure. Then a full worked example, your guide and report format, and finally submission, the Viva, and how grades are awarded. Let us begin with the myths. Read this part carefully. These 6 myths are the reason most MESP-135 projects come back for correction. Myth 1. That MESP-135 is a single-topic research dissertation. The reality, straight from the program guide, is that it is activity-based. You do not pick one narrow topic and write one long thesis. You carry out a set of practical activities that together cover all 4 theory courses, and you compile them into a single report. This is the most important idea in the whole video. Myth 2. That the project code is MES-035. The current official codes are MES-131 to MES-134 for the theory courses, and MESP-135 for the project. The older MES-035 label is outdated. If a website still calls it MES-035, be careful with its other details as well, because it may not be current. Myth 3. That you must write a formal research synopsis and get it approved before you start. For MESP-135, there is no conventional research proposal in the way other projects have. What you actually plan is your activity set. That is, which activities you will carry out for each of the 4 courses. When students search for the PGDET synopsis, this activity plan is what they really need. Myth 4. That you post the report to the Student Evaluation Division in Delhi, the address you use for other things. The official program guide is clear. The project report is submitted at the regional center where you took admission, and your Viva Voce is also held there. Send it to the wrong place and your result can be stuck for months. Regional center, not Delhi. Myth 5. That the project is simply scored out of 100 marks. IGNOU actually evaluates MESP-135 using its letter grade system from A to E. For the project, both the report and the Viva are considered, and you must earn at least a C grade to pass. So aim for quality and completeness across all 4 sections, not just a high number on one part. Myth 6. That MESP-135, MESP-105, and MESP-001 are the same education project. They are 3 different courses. MESP-135 is the 8-credit PGDET project, activity-based across 4 courses. MESP-105 is the 6-credit PGDHE project, and MESP-001 is the 10-credit MA education dissertation. Never copy one program's rules onto another. So before we go deeper, hold on to 2 things. First, the project is activity-based, and your activities must cover all 4 courses. Second, you submit to your regional center, and the Viva happens there. Get these 2 right, and you have already avoided the delays that trap most students. Now let us open up the activity-based model, so you know exactly how the project is built. Here is how it works. The project guidelines give you a menu of activities, each tied to one of the 4 theory courses. You choose activities from that menu. The rule is simple and worth remembering. It is not the number of activities that matters. It is the credits they add up to. You could do many small activities or a few larger ones. The credit rule is this. Your chosen activities must cover at least 2 credits from each of the 4 courses. 2 credits times 4 courses gives you the 8 credits the project is worth. And because every course must be covered, your final report naturally has 4 sections, 1 for each course. That structure is not optional. It is the backbone of the report. What kind of tasks count as activities? They are practical, hands-on tasks. Evaluating an e-learning tool against clear criteria, creating a digital learning resource, planning how to integrate technology into a real lesson, or developing a short piece of courseware. Each activity takes one theory course and applies it to a real teaching situation. That applied, practical nature is exactly what the examiner is looking for. Let us make this concrete with a full worked example, an activity set you could actually build. Let us imagine a school teacher building one activity for each of the 4 courses. Together, these 4 activities cover every course and reach the 8-credit target. This is only an illustration to show the shape of a good activity set. Your own activities should come from your project guidelines and your own teaching context. Let us walk through all 4. Activity A for MES-131, Educational Technology Overview. Compare 2 e-learning tools, for example a free MOOC platform and your school's own learning system. Judge them against clear learner autonomy criteria and write a short critical report on which one better supports self-directed learning. This applies the ideas of technology use and learner autonomy from the first course. Activity B for MES-132, Computer in Education. Build one digital learning resource, such as an interactive quiz or an infographic, using a free ICT tool. Document how you created it, step by step, and add a short note on safe and secure online practices. This shows you can use the computer as a tool for content creation, which is the heart of the second course. Activity C for MES-133, Selection and Integration of Technology. Take a single lesson from your subject and design a technology integration plan for it. Decide which media to use, show how an open educational resource, an OER, fits in, and design one ICT-based assessment for that lesson. This directly applies the selection and integration skills of the third course. Activity D for MES-134, Design, Development and Delivery of Courseware. Produce a short piece of courseware, for example a 5-minute instructional video or an audio lesson. Include an instructional design write-up explaining your choices, and a small quality evaluation checklist. This covers the design, development and evaluation skills of the fourth course. Notice why this set works so well. 4 activities, 1 for each course, each worth roughly 2 credits, add up to the 8 credits the project needs. Every course is covered, so nothing is missing, and the report writes itself into 4 clean sections, 1 per activity. Simple, complete, and exactly what the guidelines ask for. Now, a common question. Do you need a guide for MESP-135? And who can it be? For your project, a qualified guide or supervisor helps you choose sensible activities, keeps your work on track, and certifies your completed report. Their real value is judgment, making sure your activities genuinely apply the 4 courses and that your work meets IGNOU standards before you submit. Meet them early and keep a simple record of your progress. Who can be your guide? As a general standard, look for someone with a postgraduate qualification in education or educational technology with relevant teaching or professional experience, who is familiar with ICT and technology integrated teaching, and who is willing to guide and certify your work. Because the exact wording can change, always confirm the current eligibility in your own project guidelines. With your activities chosen, let us build the report itself, section by section. Here is the full shape of the report. Start with the title page, the certificate from your guide, and your declaration of original work. Add a short introduction to your activity set, then the 4 sections, 1 for each course, MES-131, 132, 133, and 134. Close with your references in APA style, and appendices holding your samples, screenshots, and tools. That is a clean, complete MESP-135 report. Formatting matters, because a messy report invites correction. Use A4 paper, a readable font such as Times New Roman size 12, 1.5 line spacing, clear page numbers, and neat binding. We will not reteach every page setup rule here because we have a dedicated IGNOU project format guide that covers it in full. The link is in the description below. To keep it visual, here are the core settings again. A 4-paper, Times New Roman, size 12, 1.5 line spacing, and APA-style references. Keep every one of the 4 sections consistent so the whole report looks like one professional document. Watch out for the format mistakes that most often send a report back. Forgetting the guide certificate or your declaration. Skipping one of the 4 sections so a course is left uncovered. Copying text without giving references. And leaving out the samples or screenshots that prove you actually did the activity. Check for these before you bind. Your report is ready. Now, where exactly does it go? The official program guide is direct about this. You submit your project report at the regional center where you took admission, not the study center, and not the Delhi headquarters. The same regional center also arranges your Viva Voce. Whenever you submit, in person or by registered post, always get a dated acknowledgement and keep a copy of everything. Here is the submission in 5 clean steps. First, finalize and bind the report with all 4 sections. Second, attach your guide certificate and your declaration. Third, submit at your regional center, by hand or by registered post. Fourth, collect a dated acknowledgement and keep a copy for yourself. And fifth, wait for the regional center to schedule your Viva, submit well before the cycle deadline. One practical point on timing. IGNOU accepts projects in line with its June and December evaluation cycles, and these dates are often extended. Because the exact cutoff changes from session to session, always confirm the current date with your regional center before you plan your submission. Do not rely on an old date you saw online. After submission comes the Viva Voce. Let us see what to expect. The Viva Voce is a short oral discussion held at your regional center. An examiner will ask you about your own project. Expect questions like, why did you choose this activity? How does it apply its course? And what did you learn from it? It is not a trick, and it is not a written exam. It is simply a conversation about the work you have already done. So honest, prepared answers are all you need. To prepare, do 5 simple things. Reread your own report the day before, so it is fresh. Be ready to justify each activity in a single sentence. Link every activity back to its theory course. Bring your samples, screenshots, and tools to show. And answer calmly and honestly because it is your own work and no one knows it better than you. Now, how is all of this graded and what earns you a good result? IGNOU uses a letter grade scale. A is excellent, 80% and above. B is very good, 60 to 79. C is good, 50 to 59. D is satisfactory, 40 to 49. And E, below 40, is unsatisfactory. For MESP-135, you must reach at least a C grade on the report and Viva together to pass the project. What earns a strong grade? Activities that clearly apply their course, not vague write-ups. Real evidence that the work is your own, through samples and screenshots. A neat, complete 4-section report. Honest references. And a confident, well-prepared Viva. Depth and originality always matter more than sheer length. Before we move on, here are the mistakes that get projects returned, so you can avoid everyone. Leaving one course uncovered, so the report is incomplete. Copying content instead of doing your own work. Using the outdated MES-035 code on your cover. Sending the report to the wrong address instead of the regional center. And forgetting the guide certificate. Fix these 5 and your path to a pass is clear. Let us answer the judgment questions students really care about. Is the PGDET valid? Is it worth it? And what about your career? First, Is the PGDET valid and recognized? Yes. IGNOU is a central university, recognized by the UGC, the University Grants Commission. Its degrees and diplomas are recognized by member institutions of the AIU, the Association of Indian Universities. So the PGDET is a genuine, valid postgraduate diploma in educational technology. Second, is it worth it? For teachers, trainers, and education managers, it usually is. The program is affordable, it fits around a job, and the skills it builds are in real demand. Digital content creation, courseware design, and technology integration are exactly what modern classrooms, colleges, and training teams need today. The project in particular gives you a portfolio of real, practical work to show. Third, career and scope. An educational technology qualification supports several directions. You could work as an EdTech specialist, helping schools and colleges use technology well. As an instructional designer, shaping digital lessons. As a courseware developer, building content across media, or in e-learning and corporate training. As always, treat outcomes as depending on your own effort and context. Now, some quick answers to the questions PGDET students actually search for. Is MESP-135 compulsory? Yes, every PGDET student must complete it to earn the diploma. Is it a dissertation? No. It is activity-based and it covers all 4 theory courses across 4 sections of 1 report. How many credits is MESP-135? 8 credits, the largest single course in the 32-credit PGDET. Do I need a synopsis? Not a research synopsis. What you plan instead is your activity set, covering each of the 4 courses. Where do I submit it? At the regional center where you took admission, and your Viva is held there as well. Is there a Viva? Yes, a short oral discussion about your own activities and report. Is MESP-135 the same as MESP-105? No. MESP-105 is the 6-credit PGDHE project. MESP-135 is the 8-credit PGDET project. Is the PGDET recognized? Yes. IGNOU is UGC recognized, and its diplomas are recognized by AIU members. Let us quickly recap the whole journey so it stays with you. Here is the whole journey in one view. MESP-135 is the 8-credit, activity-based PGDET project. It covers all 4 courses, MES 131 to 134. You need at least 2 credits per course, and the report has 4 sections. You plan an activity set, not a research synopsis. You submit at your regional center where the Viva is also held. And it is grade-based, so reach at least a C grade to pass. If you would like more help, we have you covered. For the full page setup and formatting rules, watch our IGNOU project format guide, linked below. And for personalized PGDET project or activity plan help, message us on WhatsApp at +91 93546 37830 or visit ignouproject.com. Everything is drawn from official sources and years of guiding students. That brings us to the end. You now know exactly how MESP-135 works and how to build it the right way, activity by activity. If this helped, please subscribe to Shri Chakradhar Education for more IGNOU project and program guides. Best of luck with your PGDET project. This is BK Sahni signing off.